Good morning and welcome everyone, and congratulations to the class of 2026 this morning. I am Chaplain Lindsay Moser, and it is my privilege to bless this event. I invite you to join me in prayer. Loving God, thank you for bringing us here this morning to celebrate the graduating class of 2026. Gathered here are gracious, courageous, and tenacious students whose hearts are full of love for the relationships gently held and formed over their time at Hollins University. Their minds are open and accepting, ready to take on new challenges and to welcome the world, whose hands are extended to those in need with attunement to the cause of those on the margins, drawing them in and welcoming them to the table. Bound up within the butterflies of taking this step across the stage and into the next chapter of life may also be uncertainty. What is to come? What is the next right decision? What life will look like now that the time isn't marked by the course schedule of the semester, the late night calls of friends, the early morning twitter of birds, sometimes the bells singing a song intended purely for joy up in the bell tower. Allow us to remember in those moments of nuance and gray when the right decision may seem clouded or confusing, that if we ask for wisdom, we will receive it, that even if the way does not seem straight ahead, that you will rightly order our steps. I ask that you grant us the peace that carries us through even the most difficult transitions, and a heart tender towards those in need. Incline our souls to be a light in this dark world. Bless our time together this morning as we recognize, remember, celebrate, and equip our hearts and minds for the next good thing in store for us. And may we take it in both hands, holding and cherishing in the days ahead. In your holy name I ask all this. Amen.
The platform party may be seated. Well, members of the Hollins University Board of Trustees, esteemed faculty and staff, proud parents and our online guests, but most especially the class of 2026, please accept my most heartfelt welcome to our 184th commencement exercises. I say well because I am trying to etch into my mind the beautiful scene in front of me. And I know in my heart that all is well, and my deepest prayer for each of you is that all will be well henceforth. It is truly a profound privilege to be with you on this, the most significant day of our academic calendar. As I pondered what I would say to welcome you today, I found myself scrolling through my personal digital archives of our time together. I saw the snapshots of our conversations, the flavors of the cultural cookout, the shared intimacy of bedtime stories, and the elegance of cotillion. I saw you in your element, on the court, on the field, in the ring, covered in mud on Tinker Day. I have photos of you offering academic presentations and studying around the globe. Students, we have had a truly marvelous time getting to know, understand, and most importantly, love one another. We have laughed and we have cried, but most of all, we have grown into ourselves together. But as I scrolled through nearly 1,000 photos, I realized that the most cherished memories were not captured on my camera roll. Instead, they are etched into my brain and into my heart. You see, your entire journey at Hollins has been an act of welcome. While you were here, you witnessed a world too often consumed by war and hate and isolation. But in the face of that darkness, each of you chose a different way. You welcomed one another with open arms, intentionally choosing to embrace and welcome what is good and fair and just. During your time, while the world saw the rise of artificial intelligence, you welcomed the sacred intelligence of our shared humanity. And I heard that in the late night laughter echoing outside the apartments and the foundational bonds formed in Tinker. In a world where information and its shadow, misinformation, is always at your fingertips, you chose the harder, more beautiful work of presence. You welcomed late-night study sessions in Dana. You found sanctuary in the library's shared carols, and you sought global perspectives by traveling the world. In an increasingly small world, students, you welcomed the big questions. You chose to be a part of something larger than yourselves. You did not simply attend Hollins. You welcomed the world to Hollins. So today, as you commence on your next grand adventure, I invite you to welcome the next stage of life with the same fierce joy and quiet confidence with which you welcomed this one. And I need you to be secure in these truths. You are ready. You are enough. And you are deeply, deeply loved. So as I welcome you forward and say farewell, I want to share words with you originally written by Hawaiian author and scholar Mai Kawena Pukui, words that I edited for the occasion of your graduation. The piece is titled, "The sea is very calm, all is peaceful." Like you, the ocean is always moving, never frozen in one shape, never asking permission to change. Some days, like you, it is calm and clear, and some days, like you, it is rough and restless. But in every form, it is still fully itself. There is something comforting in that. The ocean does not compete with the waves it used to be. It simply meets this moment as it is. And maybe that is a kind of wisdom for each of you. Be at peace with who you are now. Trust the beauty of life and people that have shaped you. And always, always stand in the quiet confidence of being yourself. May you find peace like a steady tide. May you feel at home in your own skin. And may you move forward with calm hearts, grounded spirits, and room for joy. I love you so very much, and welcome. Ready? Doing good? Thank you all. It is now truly an honor to introduce the guest speaker for Hollins' 184th commencement exercises, Hollins trustee, Sabrina Rose Smith, class of 2000. I knew I would need to pause there. Sabrina Rose Smith is an accomplished attorney and nationally respected leader in the field of financial services litigation and government investigations. An equity partner at Goodwin, one of the nation's leading law firms, she represents major financial institutions in complex, high-stakes matters involving regulatory enforcement, litigation, and compliance. Over the course of her distinguished legal career, she has become known for her sharp legal insight, strategic leadership, and deep commitment to excellence in the practice of law. In addition to her legal practice, Sabrina Rose Smith has played an influential leadership role with her firm and across the broader legal community. She serves on Goodwin's executive committee, chairs the firm's Women of Color Collective, and previously led Mosaic at Goodman, the firm's diversity and inclusion initiative. Her leadership has shaped conversations around mentorship and professional development within and across the legal profession. Therefore, her work has rightfully earned widespread recognition. She has been ranked by Chambers USA for Consumer Finance Enforcement and Investigations, named by Forbes as one of America's top 200 lawyers, and recognized by Legal 500 as a recommended attorney in financial services litigation. She also contributes her expertise and leadership to organizations including Black Women in Asset Management, Lawyers for Good Government, and the Leadership Council on Legal Diversity. A proud Hollins alumna, Rose Smith earned her bachelor's degree in history and classical studies, served as chair of the Honor Court, and later received her Juris Doctor from Vanderbilt University Law School. She currently serves on the Hollins University Board of Trustees. Please join me in welcoming home to Hollins, Sabrina Rose Smith.
Thank you, Madam President. To our brilliant, engaged, and engaging faculty, to my fellow trustees who love this place with their whole hearts, to the supportive families and friends with us today, and most importantly, to the extraordinary class of 2026. Thank you for inviting me home. Because that's what this place is. It's not just a campus, not just an alma mater, but a home that somehow fits inside you long after you've left it. I want you to remember that. And for me, standing here today as an alumna, a trustee, and someone who once sat exactly where you all are today, this is both surreal and deeply, deeply meaningful. Now, before I begin, class of 2026, let me acknowledge something important. You might remember that I sent a poll around to some of you. And so I know a little bit about what you're thinking right now. You're sitting there and you're a little sad to be leaving Hollins, a little excited about graduation, a little worried about what's next. And now here's Sabrina, some lady who graduated 26 years ago, who already has a career and a job, who's already figured out how to adult. And you're thinking, I'm here to tell you to follow your dreams, when you're really just trying to get a job and hope the current state of the world doesn't make it impossible for you to be successful. I know. And at some level, let me be clear, that's kind of exactly what I'm here to do. But I promise you, I'm gonna do it in a way that's honest and hopefully a little funny. And if I do this right, maybe what I say will be a little useful. And how do I hope it will be useful? Well, when I was sitting in the seats that you're sitting in, I didn't realize what I already had. I realized that I had graduated and I had a degree in classical studies and history, but I didn't appreciate that I actually already had a substantial number of gifts that would, in fact, guide me through the whole rest of my life. And so I'm here today to remind you that you already have the right tools to be successful. Right now, not in 5 or 10 years when you're older, not when you've been living on your own, not when you've secured the job that you think is your dream job, but right now, sitting in the seat that you're in today. You've already got this, and I'm here to help you see in yourselves what I did not yet see in myself when I was sitting in your seat. Class of 2026, you are graduating at a complicated time. You're stepping into a world that feels at all times and in all ways like it's moving too fast, pulling too hard in too many directions. You are beginning your adult lives and careers in a world of economic uncertainty, rising costs, AI as both an opportunity and a threat, and very loud disagreements about just about everything. The world we live in now is one where change isn't just constant, it's accelerating. I'm not going to insult you by pretending that that is anything other than scary. You're not naive. I know you see it. I know you feel it. I felt it 26 years ago as a latchkey kid facing a torrent of new technology that had never existed before and graduating at the turn of a new century and a new decade. I look back, and as scary and as fast-moving as that was, it's only moving even faster now than it was then. You may be thinking now, wow, she's really fun at parties, but stick with me. You are not entering this new world empty-handed. I bet it feels like it. I remember sitting where you are and thinking, I'm not ready. I don't know what's next. I'm not prepared to adult. But you are leaving this place with 4 extraordinary gifts. These are gifts that no downturn, no political climate, no algorithm, and no future disruption can take away from you. And when you take those 4 fundamental gifts that you have right now and slowly, over years, add the seasoning of wisdom and experience, that's how you make a life that you can be proud of, even while you're living in a timeline that frequently doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I want to talk about those 4 gifts. And as we do, I want you to remember you already have them. These aren't something that you have to wait to get a little older to get. They are yours, and they will remain in your toolbox for as long as you need them. So the first gift is your friendships. There is something really special about Hollins. There's something about being surrounded by ambitious, thoughtful, driven women that creates bonds that are not just deep, but durable. These are not just your college or graduate program friends. These are your lifelong friends. They are the ones responsible for the late night conversations, the group chats, the borrowed clothes, the shared meals, the "are you okay" texts, the funny memes and silly reels that came exactly when you needed them. It's a special gift to have a solid group of women in your life who share a history, who are amazing doers and thinkers, and out in the world, you will realize how special that really is. Most people do not leave college with a ride or die group of brilliant, funny, and ridiculously talented girlfriends who will always be there for you. These are the people who will celebrate your wins as if they were their own, who will tell you the truth when no one else will, who will accept your flaws and personality quirks with love and support, and who will show up for you in ways that are both quiet and profound. Or, in the case of my lifelong Hollins sisters sitting out there, loud but profound. And for many of you, especially our first cohort of Hope Scholars, these friendships may also represent something else: chosen family. People who understand where you come from, people who understand where you're trying to go, people who will remind you when the world feels heavy that you are not carrying it alone. Do not underestimate the power of that. My closest friends in the world are women I met right here, people who have seen me at my absolute best and my absolute worst, women who knew me before the titles, before the accomplishments, before any of the things that look impressive on paper, women who still remind me with great enthusiasm of every questionable decision I made in my early 20s. And for that, I thank them. To my Hollins sisters, yes, you know who you are. Thank you for being my sounding board, my comfort blanket, my reality check, my cheerleading squad, and occasionally my legal liability. Class of 2026, you have that too. The women that you befriended here will be there for you your whole life. And when you leave this place, those friendships do not die. They get bigger, they expand, they become more beautiful and enduring than they ever were here. And that will be a gift that you can celebrate your whole life. Because there will be days when things suck. And I bet you didn't expect your graduation speaker to tell you that something's gonna suck, but I am a young Gen X Zennial gal, and I'm gonna be real with you. There will be jobs that you could have crushed, but you didn't get. There will be relationships that you put your whole self into that don't work out. There will be best laid plans that go awry because success is not linear. But the good news is success is also not just about what you achieve, it's about who you get to share it with. And every step of the way, the friends you met here will be with you. I want to talk about the second gift, which is discernment. Now, this next gift isn't flashy. It will not look and sound as exciting as any job offer or grad school acceptance that you're waiting on. But it is more powerful than any of those things. Discernment is the ability to think critically, to ask better questions, to resist easy answers, to resist rigid black and white positions, to sit with complexity instead of running from or rejecting it. And that is what your professors have been quietly teaching you and warmly demanding from you all along. So you didn't learn what to think here, you learned how to think here. And in a world that is flooded with information, AI, opinions, social media hot takes, half-truths, that ability is priceless. Discernment is what will allow you to heed the words of Sojourner Truth in this day and age and not let your life's light be determined by the darkness around you. Discernment is practical in that it will help you differentiate real from fake and signal from noise, but it's also personal because you will be told many things in the years ahead about what success looks like, about what you should want, about who you should be. Discernment is what will allow you to pause and say, is that true for me? You will also be presented with many viewpoints and ways of looking at the world, all of which are increasingly polarized and hyper-partisan. Discernment is what will allow you to take in those viewpoints and examine them critically, to challenge your own thinking, and in the end, discernment is what will allow you to decide for yourself, what's my point of view on this? And then move forward confidently, understanding and believing that you have examined yourself and your views thoroughly. It is what will help you recognize when an opportunity, a position, or a person is aligned with your values and when they are not, no matter how shiny that person, place, or thing looks. Discernment will allow you to navigate disagreement in a way that allows you to stand strong and not lose your footing. And let me tell you something that my generation learned the hard way. Being smart, which all of you are, will open doors, but discernment will keep you from walking through the wrong ones. I want to talk next about your third gift. That's your community. And I know what you're thinking, didn't she already talk about friendships? Yes, I did, but this is different and bigger. Because while there is undoubtedly something uniquely powerful about the friendships that you formed here, the Hollins community is not just a network, it is a force. It is the person you don't know well sitting next to you who shared notes when you were overwhelmed. It is the professors who refused to accept your good enough because they saw your brilliance before you did and insisted that you give your best. Lewis Rubin Jr., who I understand founded Hollins' creative writing program, once said, "My conviction is that Hollins was and is something very rare in our society today, a genuine community. I mean by that it's not just a place where you live and work, but a living body, an allegiance, a way of defining yourself. You don't just go to Hollins or teach at Hollins. You belong to it, and it belongs to you." I know it feels today like you're leaving that community, but here's the part that you might not fully believe yet. This community does not end today. Instead, this community expands. It becomes the alumna who answers your cold email, the person you kind of remember from the class of 2025 who recommends you for a job. It's that old lady from the class of 2000, maybe me, who shows up out of nowhere on your first day at work to say you can always come to her if you need help in the office. It's the classmates who remind you who you are when you forget. It's the fellow graduate who sits across from you in a boardroom 10 years from now and gives you that look, the one that says, "We've got this." I've lived this. In fact, I'm standing here today because I have never said no to a Hollins woman who asks, even when the ask is to stand up and give an absolutely terrifying speech to a group of extraordinary new Hollins graduates. Class of 2026, hold on to this community and these people. Invest in it and them. Show up for Hollins and for the Hollins community, because a network will open doors, but this community, which is now your community, will carry you through them. And finally, the fourth gift, which is really two that work together because I'm a lawyer, we're overly fond of subparts, and so I can't help myself. Resilience and adaptability. These you've already been using because you wouldn't be in those seats without it. You didn't just arrive at Hollins and glide right through. You navigated challenges, you adjusted, you figured things out, you kept going. And for my Hope Scholars and my first gens out there especially, your presence here is itself a testament to resilience. All of you have already done hard things. You have already proven that circumstances do not define you or limit you. That ability to pick yourself up, resilience, and to keep moving with the moment, adaptability, matters. Because the world you are entering will demand adaptability. In the years ahead, careers will change, whole industries will shift, emerge, or disappear, and your life paths will twist in so many ways, weird and extraordinary, that you cannot predict it. The idea that you'll pick one path and follow it in a straight line for the next 40 years, that's a myth. Everything will change, and what will matter is not whether your plan stays the same. What will matter is whether you can adjust and keep going without losing yourself. Resilience is not about never struggling or always getting it right. Resilience is about continuing anyway. Adaptability is not about becoming someone else or selling out your truth to serve the hour or fit in where it doesn't make sense. It's about moving with and meeting the moment. It is about evolving into more of who you already are. It is what will allow you to begin, and when that doesn't work out, to begin again better. And you are ready for that. Even if you don't feel ready, you are. Let me say that again, because I know some of you need to hear it. You have all the right tools right now. Now, you don't have everything you'll ever need. You sure don't have everything you'll ever want. But you will have, and you do have, everything you need to begin. And so even though there is not yet a perfectly mapped out future, you get to begin today, because that's what this graduation is, your beginning. So as you leave Hollins, I want you to carry these 4 gifts with you. Your friendships, because life is richer when it's shared. Your discernment, because your voice and your judgment will matter now in this new world more than ever. Your community, because you were never meant to do this alone. And your resilience, because you are stronger and more adaptable than you realize. Class of 2026, the world you are entering is complex. It's cool and weird and brilliant and complicated, but the good news is, so are you. And you have all the right tools to use that complexity to your advantage. So congratulations, graduates. If I could leave you with one thing that I know now but did not know then, is go forward with confidence, even when forward is scary and uncertain, because you've got this. This community, these friendships, this future, this challenge, you've got it. And remember this, you will always have a home here. Thank you.
What a lovely and true speech. Thank you so much, Sabrina. I certainly needed to hear that myself. I'm now pleased to invite Deborah Mead, Chair of the Hollins University Board of Trustees, to the podium.
Thank you, and thank you, President Hinton. Sabrina Rose Smith, will you please join us?
That was not in the script.
Thank you. Your career reflects the power of leadership grounded in excellence, integrity, and service. Over more than 2 decades of distinguished legal practice, you have earned national recognition for navigating the complex intersections of law, finance, and public policy with exceptional skill, insight, and purpose. As the first Black woman elected to equity partnership in the more than century-long history of your firm, you have not only broken barriers, but helped open doors for those who would follow. Through your leadership and advocacy, you have advanced opportunity and representation within the legal profession. Your commitment to service extends beyond the courtroom. As a mentor, civic leader, and trustee of Hollins University, you have dedicated yourself to expanding opportunities for future generations. Your journey as a first-generation high school, college, and law school graduate stands as a powerful testament to perseverance, vision, and purpose. In recognition of your extraordinary contributions to the legal profession and your steadfast commitment to leadership and service, Hollins University proudly bestows upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws. Okay.
Yes, we always celebrate one another, baby. Earlier this month at Honors Convocation, our annual celebration of academic achievement, we conferred special awards, prizes, and recognitions to a group of outstanding graduating students. Names of these students are listed in your program. Today, we recognize students who are receiving commencement awards. The Annual Excellence in Academic Performance Award recognizes a graduate student whose career at Hollins best exemplifies scholarly excellence, reflecting deep learning, critical and creative thinking, applied or practical relevance, and exceptional academic performance. This year's recipient is a student in the MFA program in creative writing. From the moment she arrived at Hollins from Pakistan with her 2 young daughters, this student has distinguished herself as a dedicated scholar, prolific writer, and valued and engaged member of the Hollins community. Grounded in a strong sense of purpose, she has demonstrated exceptional commitment to her craft through essays and poetry that thoughtfully braid together public and private histories and a powerful spirit of advocacy and protest. Beyond her own accomplishments, she has invested generously in the work of her peers and students, contributing meaningfully to the MFA community, both inside and outside the classroom, and to the entire Hollins community writ large. Her writing is marked by lyrical precision, intellectual rigor, and emotional depth. It is with great pleasure that I present this year's Annual Excellence in Academic Performance Award to Kurat-ul-An Mehdi Abbas, Q. The Faculty Award for Academic Excellence is awarded to the student or students with the second highest academic standing in the class of 2026. This year, we are pleased to announce that this honor goes to 2 students, Nolani Madison Carter and Jenna Lee Michelle Williams. Please come forward to be recognized. Jenna Lee Michelle Williams, come on forward. You worked so hard. Congratulations, love. The first faculty award for academic excellence goes to the student or students with the highest academic standing. This year, we have 5 outstanding students. This honor goes to Kayla E. Brown, Sophia Craig, Tamana Didar, Samragi Karki, and Hannah Hall Newman. Please come forward to be recognized. Congratulations. Look at how hard you work. Come forward. Sophia Craig. So, you come forward, Tamana. Well done. No, so well done. Very well done. I'm so excited for you. Sam, look at you. Well done, my love. Yes. And a whole movement. Congratulations, my love. You should be so proud. Congratulations. You too. Given by the Algernon Sidney Sullivan Foundation in honor of the founder of the New York Southern Society, the Algernon Sidney Sullivan Community Award recognizes a member of the Hollins community who exemplifies the highest ideals of spiritual integrity and human compassion through their daily life and work. This year's honoree has been an indelible, warm, kind, and grounding presence at Hollins University for the past 28 years. He has enriched the lives of students and colleagues alike. With students, he was never concerned only with their accomplishments in the classroom. He listened to their stories and did his best to guide them toward their personal and academic ambitions. In his office, you might find him leaning in to listen more carefully, holding a student's writing as he thoughtfully discussed it with them, or handing someone a book he believed they simply had to read. Many students found their way to his office, including some who were never even in his classes, and he gave them all the time they needed. He came to teaching because of his love of literature, especially poetry. Year after year, he performed at Writers' Harvest and other gatherings where his poetry became as much music as verse, as much seance as song, as much prayer and protest as performance. And if you've ever heard him sing, you know his voice is simply stunning. It is this passion for the written word that he shared so generously with his students. His knowledge and kindness extend beyond the classroom, and his great sense of humor has made his presence all the more memorable and impactful. He has been an inspiration to so many of us and a treasured mentor and advisor to the BSU for many years. Our hearts are stronger and larger because of him. We will miss him dearly, but we will carry forward his legacy and continue tending the seeds his furiously wondrous and inclusive spirit have sown. I think I speak for everyone when I say we wish him a restful and beautiful retirement. In gratitude for his dedicated support of the Hollins University community, Hollins bestows the Algernon Sidney Sullivan Award upon Dr. T.J. Anderson III. Please come forward to be recognized. I'll try to get back there. Congratulations. This year's recipient of the Algernon Sidney Sullivan Student Award has been described as thoughtful, intelligent, modest, creative, kind, and perhaps most importantly, intellectually curious. A studio art major, she beautifully uses art to tell deeply personal stories of love, loss, family, and kinship. Her work culminated in a powerful senior thesis highlighting the people, places, and experiences that shaped her time at Hollins. She is a remarkable talent whose passion and creativity shine through in everything she creates. Though she may be quiet in demeanor, her passion for Hollins and commitment to others have made a lasting impression across campus. She has been a leader among students organizing and curating their own art exhibit, worked tirelessly year after year to help publish the Best Gravel magazine, supported the community outreach efforts of SHARE, collaborated frequently with La Casa Hispanica, served as a dedicated member of the Hollins Activity Board, and led this year as president of the Unión de Estudiantes Latins. She has also been an event host, mural painter, and participant in a J-term art residency, all while serving as a shining representative of Hollins' inaugural class of Hope Scholars. Her impact can be felt in every space she has touched. For her remarkable generosity of spirit, dedication to others, and meaningful contributions to campus life, we are proud to present the Algernon Sidney Sullivan Student Award to Andrea Gomez Munza. Please come forward to be recognized. Yay, Andrea. This year's recipient of the Annie Terrell Bushnell Award has demonstrated an extraordinary commitment to service, leadership, and care for others throughout her time at Hollins. She is known for building a strong and supportive community within her residential area, assisting students after hours as part of the duty rotation, and inspiring fellow resident assistants through her example. She has been a beacon of light and hope during difficult moments, and our campus is unquestionably stronger because of her leadership. Her nurturing spirit, calm and thoughtful presence, confidence, compassion, and ability to respond to challenges with grace have made her an invaluable member of the Housing and Resident Life team throughout her tenure as a resident assistant and lead RA. Her dedication to others extends beyond campus through her work as a student teacher at the community school, where she teaches third graders with patience, encouragement, and genuine care. She speaks often of her students' accomplishments, meeting them where they are and guiding them toward success. For her determination, kindness, and embodiment of leadership through both action and attitude, it is with great pleasure that I present this year's Annie Terrell Bushnell Award to Delilah Ivanek. Please come forward. Delilah. The Jane Koch Funkhauser Award honors the senior who, in addition to being a good student, is preeminent in character and leadership. This year's recipient is especially admired for her consistency, intentionality, and depth of leadership across multiple and overlapping roles. Throughout her time at Hollins, she has demonstrated a sustained commitment to academic excellence, while also investing deeply in student life and campus governance. Her ability to maintain a strong cumulative GPA while serving in demanding leadership positions reflects remarkable discipline, resilience, and time management, qualities that are essential to effective and compassionate leadership. What stands out most, though, is her unwavering commitment to centering student voices in every role she holds. Whether serving as a resident assistant, formals chair, HAB chair, BSU alumni coordinator, HUCCA vice president, in every role, she has worked consistently to ensure that student perspectives are not only heard, but are meaningfully incorporated into decision-making processes. She leads with accountability and integrity, holding herself and others to high standards while remaining approachable, thoughtful, and collaborative. For her versatility, breadth of impact, commitment to community building and advocacy, we are so proud to present the Jane Koch Funkhauser Award to Nairi Holland. It is now my pleasure to share a bit of information about our senior class president, Victory Rose Selzer. Since arriving at Hollins, Victory Rose has distinguished herself as a thoughtful leader, compassionate advocate, and active member of the campus community. In addition to serving as senior class president, she has been a wellness ambassador, secretary of the JSA, a member of Alpha Psi Omega, and a campus warrior with the National Eating Disorders Association. She has also participated in shadowing opportunities focused on mental health research, collegiate chaplaincy, and student well-being initiatives. Throughout her time at Hollins, Victory Rose has exemplified dedication, leadership, and service, always seeking to support and uplift those around her. This fall, she will continue her academic and personal journey at Duke University Divinity School. Throughout her time at Hollins, we are grateful for Victory's dedication, leadership, and service. Please welcome the 2026 Senior Class President, Victory Rose Selzer.
Good afternoon, staff, faculty, families, friends, and most importantly, my peers, the class of 2026. Before anything else, I want to take a moment to just sit in this with you. Because we are really here after everything, the late nights, The very early mornings, the moments we thought we had it all together, and the moments we very much did not. We are here. And for some of us like me, this wasn't even the only place we started. As a transfer student, I came in with a different kind of timeline, different memories, different beginnings. And in some ways, I think I spent my time here learning how to arrive somewhere fully, even if I didn't start here. Growing up, many of us were told the same thing, that it is better to leave a place better than you found it. And I believe that's true, but I've been thinking about something else too. We rarely talk enough about what it means to find a place that leaves us better than we've ever found ourselves. And I think that's what this place has been for us. We came in as different people, uncertain, changing, figuring it out in real time, together. And somewhere along the way, this campus became more than a place we attended. It became a place that shaped us, through friendships that held us together, through challenges that stretched us, through opportunities that made us step into versions of ourselves we hadn't met yet. And for those of us who came in from somewhere else, we know what it means to learn a new place while still carrying older versions of ourselves. And somehow, both can be true at the same time. We didn't just leave our mark here, this place has left its mark on us. Because as we leave, we are not just carrying degrees. We are carrying every conversation that changed us, every failure that redirected us, every moment we were seen, and every moment we learned how to see ourselves a little more clearly. So yes, we are leaving this place better than we found it. But we are also leaving as the people who have been changed by it. And I think that matters just as much. Class of 2026. I hope we don't forget that kind of transformation. I hope we carry it forward, not just into our careers or our next steps, but into the kind of people we choose to be when no one is grading us, when no one is watching, when we are simply becoming who we are meant to be. Because if we've learned anything here, it's that growth doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it looks like staying. Sometimes it looks like leaving. And sometimes it looks like realizing you are not the same person who first walked in. So as we go, may we continue to be places that make others better. And may we also have the courage to keep finding places and people that make us better than we've ever found ourselves. Congratulations, class of 2026. We made it.
Very well done, Victory Rose, and thank you. Now we will take a moment to pause to honor the life and legacy, and most especially the light and joy of our beloved Funang Fishy Ha, a member of the class of 2026. Fishy's presence, as evidenced by her election to SGA president, enriched our community in ways that have endured and will endure well beyond her time with us. In recognition of her academic journey, which included induction into Phi Beta Kappa, her contributions to the life of the university, and the lasting impact she made on this community, Hollins University is honored to confer posthumously among Funang Fishy Ha the Bachelor of Science degree she so meaningfully pursued. We must all embody the joy she would have exuded this day as her brother, Zung Ha, will accept the degree on behalf of Fishy and her family. Zung Ha, please come forward. Thank you, everyone. With Fishy's amazing joy in our heart, it is now my pleasure to introduce Director of Choral Activities and Associate Professor of Music, Shelby Wallfouts, as well as senior members of the Hollins University Choir. Please join me in welcoming them.
I am solid as the earth.
We will now begin the conferring of degrees. Please welcome Nora Kaiser-Bell, Provost, Laurie McCleary, and Chair of the Hollins University Board of Trustees, Deborah Mead.
Will the candidates for the master's degree please rise? Madam President, I have the honor on behalf of the faculty to present to you candidates for the master's degree, all of whom have successfully completed the requirements for the degree as prescribed by the faculty and approved by the Board of Trustees.
By the authority of the Commonwealth, on the recommendation of the faculty and approval of the trustees of the university, I confer upon you the master's degree with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto.
Kuratulan Mendi Abbas, MFA, Creative Writing. Devin Michael Baker, MFA, Dance. Katri Elise Grisso Barba, MFA, Dance. Chloe Karine Bryan, MFA, Creative Writing. Mahala Annabelle Burton, MAT, Teaching. Alice Dye, MFA, Creative Writing. Elizabeth Leona D. Brabender, MFA, Creative Writing. Antonia Ray Doherty, MFA, Dance. Maria Rina Limbo, MALS, Interdisciplinary Studies. Jillian Ryan Lionberger, MFA, Creative Writing. Clarice Marie Lloyd, MFA, Children's Book Writing and Illustration. Jonah Swade Lowy Best, MFA, Creative Writing. Maliha Fatima Malik, MFA, Children's Literature. Kelly Ann Mangum, MAT, Teaching. Mary Joanna Ming McDonald, MALS, Humanities. Allison Ryder Moore, MFA, Screenwriting. Shadija Monet Parker, MFA, Dance. Fabiola Sanchez Huidobro, MFA, Dance. Nolani Shredel, MFA, Dance. James Harvey Stone IV, MFA, Playwriting. Sophia Louise Tone, MFA, Creative Writing. Stephen Landon Tuttle, MAT, Teaching. Kaylee Ryan Vansel, MFA, Dance. Alex Michael Voller, MA, Theater and New Play Development. Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree please rise? Madam President, I have the honor on behalf of the faculty to present to you candidates for the bachelor's degree, all of whom have successfully completed the requirements for the degree as prescribed by and approved by the Board of Trustees.
By the authority of the Commonwealth, on the recommendation of the faculty and approval of the trustees of Hollins University, I confer upon you the bachelor's degree and admit you to all its rights and privileges. Congratulations.
After receiving your degree, please take the opportunity while leaving the stage to reposition your tassel from right to left. Kayla E. Brown, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in English and Creative Writing. Sophia Helena Craig, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in Theater. Tamana Didar, summa cum laude. Samragi Karki, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in Economics. Hannah Hall Newman, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in Film. Nodlani Madison Carter, summa cum laude. Jenna Lee Michelle Williams, summa cum laude. Irene Carmel Abry. Aditi Chandra Adhikari, Departmental Honors in Economics. Via Acheng Akumu Adongo, summa cum laude. Amina Alsmadi, summa cum laude. Lainey Barber. Elizabeth Barker. Isabella Barchi, magna cum laude. Madison Delaney Beeman. Sarah Lucille Bell. Jacqueline Sanaya Belton, summa cum laude, departmental honors in history. Mia Louise Benjamin, cum laude. Michaela Niobe Blackwell. Amber Gabrielle Bolden. Emma Bowling, cum laude. Ali Boudreau, departmental honors in mathematics. Catherine Boyle, magna cum laude. Shania Brathwaite, summa cum laude. Ella Lane Brindley, cum laude. Kira Campbell, cum laude, departmental honors in gender and women's studies. Benjamin Clark. Ashley Tamia Clyde. Christine Clyde, cum laude. Olivia Ari Arizona Cogswell, summa cum laude, departmental honors in chemistry. Jill Cook, summa cum laude, departmental honors in film. Kennedy Layla Cooper. Catherine Louise Copper. Carly J. Craighead, departmental honors in biology. Karis Raquel Cranwell. Joelle Joby. Zuri Ayana Dooley. Courtney Ariana Boyd Durham, cum laude. Lyrium Edwards. Rachel Edwards, summa cum laude, departmental honors in creative writing. Emma Davis, cum laude. Cheyenne Andrea Ennis. Helene Martinez Earlbaum, cum laude, departmental honors in history. Faith Marie Falter. Ella Jean Hart Fernandez, cum laude, Departmental Honors in Religious Studies. Jasmine Zeta Fitzgerald, cum laude. Dawn Forrest, cum laude. Madeline Freeman, summa cum laude. Free fries. Julie A. Garcia. Pulari Bina Gilbert, cum laude, Departmental Honors in Film. Andrea Catherine Gomez Munza, summa cum laude. Gabriela Goshtijian. Sarah Catherine Gray, magna cum laude. Eva Florence Green. Sylvia Guillet, summa cum laude. Ariana Arceli Gutierrez, cum laude. Danielle Gutierrez, cum laude. Callan A. Hara. Piper Corinne Hart, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in English and Creative Writing. Mia Heckenleibel, cum laude. Mackenzie Renee Henninger. Jessica Hicks, cum laude. Nairi Shernay Holland. Aaron Howard, summa cum laude. Holly A. Hilton, cum laude. Delilah Allen Ivanek, magna cum laude. Rebecca Roy Claire Jackson. Tamia Kian Jackson, cum laude, Departmental Honors in Film. Shaylin Johnson, cum laude. Peyton Elizabeth Jones, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Kega-Rice, summa cum laude. Aona Kemp. Aza Kurelchulun, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors in Economics. Autumn King. Sammy Kistner, magna cum laude. Sydney Lambert, magna cum laude. Anna Elizabeth Langenberger, cum laude. Alyssa Violet Lawhorn, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in History. Grace Lane. Rachel Joy Letty. Kay Hazel Lewis. Alma Jasmine Lopez Bautista. Chloe Celeste Maher. Catherine Martinez. Sophia Catherine Maurer, cum laude. Ty Bessie McBride. Catherine McElwain. Chris McElhaney, cum laude. Isabella Page McMillan Uribe. Dorian Meekins, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors in History. Carson Lee Milch, cum laude. Allie Brett Mitchum, magna cum laude. Rebecca Mullins. Carrie Lynn Nelson. Sienna Irene Nelson, cum laude. Ivy Do Ang Nguyen. Carrie Nicole Noble. Olivia Grace Olson, summa cum laude. Faith Overbay, magna cum laude. Jasmine Tashe Patterson. Ambrosia Persinger. Grace Payette, cum laude. Cora Beth Rose Pierce, cum laude, Departmental Honors in International Studies. Liliana Mary Ponce. Shasta Power, summa cum laude. Virginia Marguerite Prate, cum laude. Kennedy June Rabenstein, summa cum laude. Kayla Rabinovitz. Bhumika Rai, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in Psychology. Isabella Marjorie Reese, magna cum laude. Caitlin Lee Respass. Mila Ann Reynolds Saint, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in Psychology. Ariana Christine Romero, cum laude. Soledad J. Ruggiero. Ireland Grace Rupel, magna cum laude. Ashley Salmon, Departmental Honors in Film. Jennifer Santiago Hernandez, cum laude. Adia Joyce Saunders, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in Psychology. Madison Jade Saunders, summa cum laude. Emma Adeline Schall, Departmental Honors in English and Creative Writing. Savannah Vanna Summer Schickling. Victory Rose Marie Selzer. Ryan Olivia Sesker, Departmental Honors in Sociology. Mary Phyllis Sheets. Taryn Gabriel Shover, summa cum laude. Samantha Jean Schrader, magna cum laude. Ayana Chepkemo Sige. Virginia Addison Silverhorn, summa cum laude. Ariana Nicole Solis, magna cum laude. Jamie Spangler, magna cum laude. Bagby Grace Sparks, summa cum laude. Logan St. Ledger, cum laude. Anna Starman, summa cum laude. Camden Lily Staten, summa cum laude. Chai Stevens, summa cum laude. Marley Stokes. Zaria Shade Studevant, cum laude. Jessie Alexandra Porterfield Swan. Catherine Lillian Swan. Justine Arena Thomas, magna cum laude. Hannah Brooke Thompson. Layla Vishal Krisma Townsend, magna cum laude. Taylor Brina Vini. Alicia Nicole Walker. Gloria Raya Warren. Dakota Webb Hawkins, magna cum laude. Lynn Lee Williamson, cum laude. Anna Isabel Woods, summa cum laude. Isabella Marie Workman, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in Psychology. Madison Grace Yunt. Lourdes Ipanike Cespedas, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors in English and Creative Writing. Kimberly Stephanie Zavala. President Hinton, I have the honor of presenting to you the class of 2026 graduates of Hollins University.
Congratulations, my loves. I now declare the 184th academic session at Hollins University concluded. Congratulations once again. Please wait. Please wait for the benediction from Chaplain Lindsay Moser. Loving God, be with us today to mark the time with love, knowing that we are enough for each other, for ourselves, and for you. Shape us into the friend that we ourselves needed most in our most challenging moments. Grant us the discernment to recognize the false and cling to what is true. Place us in communities where we can not only be fed and nourished, but where we may extend the hand of kindness to those in need. And as we adapt and grow in our resilience, help us be anchored into peace, knowing ourselves fully and loving others fiercely. In your holy name, amen.
Commencement guests, please remain in your seats until the academic procession reaches the back of the arena. And once more, congratulations. Thank you for being here.